What up? It's your boy Wall Street, and I'm back. And I got a very important message that I want to talk about. I was literally about to go to bed, and I got hyped up about something because I was talking to my sister, and she has this business idea that she's trying to bring to fruition, and she thinks she can be successful doing it. And I think it has a very good potential to be successful as well. So I've been encouraging her to do it and follow her dreams, and as long as she believes in it, it can work, right? So my dad he's very successful. He didn't go to college, started his own business, and he's been able to basically support himself and his family for his entire career, right? So he's very accomplished in that regard, and I appreciate his opinion. But I think my dad's in his 60s. He doesn't understand a lot of this new age stuff with technology and stuff. He's pretty tapped in, but he's not. He's just he's trying to give us advice on certain things, and I've been through this many times with my dad, whether it be about making beats or YouTube or whatever, and he just doesn't necessarily understand it, and it can come across as just like aggressive pessimism, because he wants us to succeed, but I think he's just so afraid that by not choosing the safe option that it's not going to work out, right? And it's just, that's not really how this works, and that's not how you should live your life. You shouldn't just live your life trying to do the safe thing all the time. You should do what you feel like you want to do with your life, right? So I want to talk about this, and I'm going to take you guys to church real quick. You don't need anyone's approval to be confident. You don't need anyone's approval to be confident in yourself, your ideas, your ambitions, none of that. Just point blank, period, stop. Because if that was the case, no one would really be able to be successful. Just honestly, right? Like, I've had so many people tell me that I'm not good at this, I'm gonna fail doing this, I'm dumb for thinking that I could be different than everybody else and accomplish what so many people try to accomplish. I don't care. At the end of the day, just because 100 people say that you can't do something doesn't mean that you can't do it. The most important thing is that you believe in yourself, and you just give yourself that notion that you're not gonna fail, right? Because as long as you make a point to yourself that you're not gonna fail, regardless of what happens, you're gonna succeed. I promise you that, right? You're gonna face challenges along the way. You're gonna have stuff come up. You're gonna have to deal with it. But that's all a part of growing and becoming successful in the way that you wanna be successful, okay? I couldn't tell you how many times people told me that, YouTube is silly, making beats is silly, no one's gonna watch me, no one's gonna listen to my music, this, that, whatever. I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing it because this is what I like to do. This is what I love doing, and I feel like this is how I can make an impact with my ability, with my personality, with who I am as a person, and that's what it's gonna be, right? I had a previous video about, rejection just equals redirection, right? But there's plenty of people, successful people, like generationally successful people that have been rejected. And if that was, let's call it the sealing the coffin moment for them, right? And after that, they just gave up. The world would be dramatically different. So let me just tell you about some of those, okay? And I've talked about a couple of these before, but J.K. Rowling, right? The lady that wrote Harry Potter, she got rejected 12 times from different publishers before she was able to actually get her book published, okay? Imagine a world where Harry Potter doesn't exist. It would be insane. It's one of the best-selling books, series, movies of all time. But she was rejected 12 times, right? It wasn't just once, 12 times, okay? But she didn't give up. Michael Jordan, I've talked about this one, got cut from his basketball team, continued to work at it, and became who Michael Jordan is today. Imagine a world with no Jordan brand sneakers, no Jordan brand apparel, no Michael Jordan ever being in the NBA. The world would be dramatically different. Sports would be dramatically different. And not just basketball, all sports, right? There's plenty of athletes in the MLB or the NFL that idolize Michael Jordan. Okay. Let's talk about one that's even more simplistic. Okay. Thomas Edison, the guy that invented the light bulb. All right. He has a famous quote that really speaks volumes. And that quote is, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Think about that. Right? So that, 10,001, right? That time, he figured out how to make it work. Right? It's just he didn't get it on the first try, didn't get it on the second try, but kept trying. Right? Imagine a world without light bulbs. Okay? People don't understand how valuable something is until it's out there and people see what it can do. Right? It's very important to look at things that way, right? And just because someone can't see your vision, it doesn't mean that your vision isn't real and doesn't have power to it. Okay? Another one, right? Let's just keep going, right? This one actually is pretty funny. Walt Disney, right? You guys are all familiar with Disney, right? One of the biggest companies in the world. Walt Disney was fired from his newspaper job for lacking imagination. And I said that correctly. I said that right, okay? Walt Disney got fired from a newspaper, which, first of all, I don't really understand how you get fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. It's literally news, right? But that's besides the point. This dude then goes on to create one of the biggest entertainment companies known to man, right? It's just, you can't let someone else's opinion of you hold you back. It will destroy you. Just, that's the bluntest way I can put it. It will quite literally destroy you. You cannot let someone else's opinion ruin what you think of yourself. Okay? And this has taken me a long time to understand, a very long time. And like I said, I've gone through it with my dad, I've gone through it with, teachers, people that I work for, right? Like even at my job now, I feel like every single time I work very hard. I can tell you that 100%. Work very hard, and the only time where anyone even acknowledges that I'm actually there is when they can point something out or put some sort of blame on me, right? And that's just what it is, right? And eventually, I'll go get another job, I'll go do something else. But it's just, if I let that get to me, it will ruin me. And I'm not going to do that because I have so much more to give, and all of you out there have so much more to give. So don't let negative opinions and remarks towards you make you feel like you can't do something. Okay? The most powerful thing that we have in life is the power of being able to believe in ourselves and the power to dream. You don't want to let that power be seized by someone else's opinion. Because honestly, when people do that, it's not even really because they don't believe in you, right? A lot of times it's just because they don't want you to succeed, right? And sometimes it can be like in the case with my dad, right? Like I do believe that, the way he communicates it might not be the most effective way, but I think he genuinely does want us to succeed. He's just not seeing it, and he just goes like ultra negative, from 0 to 100 real quick. And it's not the best way to really do that, right? But I can understand why my sister gets upset by it. Again, I've gone through it all my life. I'm just now starting to really turn the corner because, I know what I'm good at, and I know what I want to do with my life, and I know how I can make an impact. So again, guys, I really hope this sticks with you because I hate when people feel like they can't do something because one person that has no level of expertise in what they're trying to do tells them that they can't do it. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like a gorilla telling a fish that they don't know how to swim. Okay? I'm just telling you, like, you have to think about things like that sometimes. So that's all I got, guys. I really hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. You do not need someone else's approval to chase your dreams. You do not need someone else's approval to be confident in yourself. So go out there and chase your dreams and do what you think is right. Okay? I'm not telling you to not look at the pros and cons of stuff. You should always evaluate things logically. But at the end of the day, sometimes you got to be a little bit more passionate than logical to really go out there and chase a dream that seems far-fetched. So go out there and do it. I believe in you all. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. We're going to accomplish everything we want to together, man. I promise you that. So catch you guys later. Stay up, stay blessed, stay safe, stay humble. Keep chasing your dreams, man. Peace out.